Everything is so expensive. Like, why is a pair of pants $60?
So I thought to myself, why are clothes so expensive? And
would it ever be cheaper to make my own clothes? Because I would have control over 100% of the quality and would not have to pay the exorbitant prices they have for clothes today.
like I could just get a pair of jeans from Shein for like $15, as you can see here, but they're probably gonna fall apart in a month.
And that's not something I'm really looking for, or at least anymore, because I used to get clothes from Shein, but that's not what I'm supposed to be talking about. So to set the criteria for this experiment, I'm going to determine how much clothes the average person buys per year and how much it would cost for the materials for those pieces of clothing. And to be fair, I'll make it more realistic to me, because say I don't buy 10 shirts a year, I buy 5, I'll put the 5 extra in the pants instead of having the same that the average person does. In 2024, according to the AAFA, the average American spent $1,192.55 on 58.8 pieces of clothing, and on top of that, they spent $344.25 on 6.5 pairs of shoes. I know these numbers seem like they're a little old, but they're the most accurate and reputable ones I could find. But to be honest, I don't know who's buying clothes for $1,192, especially 58 different pieces of clothing, unless you shop on like Alibaba, Temu, Shein, or some other like random place where you can get crazy deals on clothing. So I decided to figure out how much it would cost for me and
Calculated the prices to be around
$1,980 using estimates of places I would get clothes from, and here's a list of stuff I would have got.
2 jackets, 12 regular shirts, 11 sweaters, 5 pairs of sweatpants, 5 hoodies, and 23 pairs of jeans.
All amounting to 58 pieces of clothing. So either the prices for clothing skyrocketed, or I just get my clothes from like designer places. And according to the Consumer Price Index, prices for apparel only went up 1.7%. So I don't know where the average American is getting clothes, but hey. So based on the percentage I said before, if something was like $50, that would add like 50 cents. And that's definitely not enough to notice at all. So why does it feel like prices went up so much? It's due to the fact that prices have increased gradually over time. So, for example, say in 2019,
say I bought a pair of pants for $30. Nowadays, that's equivalent to me buying $38 pants. And another comparison, I get these super nice sweatpants nowadays for $60. And back in the day in 2019, they would have been $47.16. Crazy, right?
well, as more money is made, we need to offset its value so that $1 doesn't equal the same it did in the 70s, as people make what people did in the 70s so easily now. And on top of that, it's an incentive to get people to make more money. As prices increase, money is worth less, so you need more to buy the same goods that you did before. Those are the main driving factors that cause inflation to go up, besides other ones like COVID or other very detrimental and catastrophic events that have subverse effects to the economy. However, there's one key part of this whole inflation circle that needs to be consistent so it actually works. And that means people's wages need to increase. However, they don't.
As you can see here, the minimum wage hasn't been raised since 2009. But of course it's different in each state. Like in California, it's like $13, I think. But still, that's nowhere near left to live off of. And yeah.
So in my eyes especially, because I don't make money consistently over and over again, I notice these changes a little more. So for example,
like when I was younger and my parents would buy a pair of pants for me, say for like $20. Now that I'm older and I can buy them myself and they're $30, they seem super expensive because I saw them pay $20 and now I gotta pay $30.
Because I'm not consistently making money to keep up with inflation, and neither is the American public. So let's see if I can fix this by making my own clothes, or put myself in an even bigger hole.
First thing to get is the materials.
And since I planned on making my clothes already, just like for fun, before I started this whole figuring out if it'd be cheaper, I already did a lot of research into what materials I need. So I need this sewing machine, sewing pins, tailor's tape, which I already have, but don't really remember where it is, shears, iron, ironing board, aluminum L-shaped ruler, which I don't have, tailor's chalk, a seam ripper, which we did have, but I don't know where it is. So I'm gonna just say we don't have it. Denim needles, which I know we don't have, and 12,000 yards of thread, which is based on how much yards of thread I would need to make 58 pieces of clothing. First, as a disclaimer, it's always best to get your fabrics in person as you can touch and feel them because you know exactly what you're gonna get. So let's start off with the jeans. And based on my research, I found that I like twill denim jeans the best, so that's the type of fabric I'm gonna be looking for.
This exact fabric I would get is 100% cotton, has a high GSM, which basically means it's like thicker fabric and actually has like, it's not like, I'm not gonna get the fabric, it's gonna be like super thin. And I would get it in 2 different types. So I could have super thicker pants, like super heavy duty ones, and some lighter ones, and yeah.
And based on the average yardage for pants, which is 1.5 to 2.5 yards, I'm gonna say 2 yards because I like baggier pants. In total, it would be around $632 to make 23 pairs of jeans, 10 half light, 12 half heavy. I know that's not even, but moving on to shirts, I chose white cotton jersey knit fabric, and I got it from.
This is where I ended up finding the fabric for the t-shirts, and to make 23 t-shirts, each with 2 yards each, it would be around $432 to make 23 shirts. So I don't know if that's like a good price or not, but hey, this is what I found, and yeah.
And obviously I wouldn't just wear 23 plain, no textured, different colored t-shirts for the entire year. But to save my sanity and so I didn't have to search through for 23 different types of fabric, I didn't do that. Hoodies and sweatpants, as they tend to use very similar fabrics. And because it would save me some time.
And this is where the difficulty comes in, as for some reason finding good quality, high GSM, all cotton fabrics that are like fleece and knit is extremely hard, and I couldn't find anything, and it took me literally forever, and I had to settle for something that wasn't even it, that wasn't a good price. So it's just very annoying, and I had to do a lot just to get some super overpriced, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
And the place I finally found was a place called Nature's Fabrics, and for all 10 pieces, it'd be $540, which is $54 for each hoodie and each pair of sweatpants, which means that it's literally like $6 cheaper than it would be if I just bought it outright. But I shouldn't be complaining.
And last but not least, for the 2 jackets, I would get extra fabric that I got before, so extra cotton fabric and extra heavy duty denim fabric, and in total it'd be $206. And I would have to get some zippers, and for 2 jacket zippers it's $10 in total. And lastly, for the pant zippers that I almost forgot about, it'd be $26 for all the pants.
Yes! I would save $97 the second year because the price for all the clothes I would buy on stores and stuff is $1,980, and the price it cost me for all the fabrics is $1,883. So I would save money, but only the second year though, because all the prices of the fabric and stuff to make it is more. So is that good? Kinda, sorta. Cause to be honest, I wouldn't really get that much clothes because I don't buy clothes in general. Like, I don't really like going out and buying clothes because stuff is so expensive. So for me, it'd be just making like quick 1 or 2 pairs of pants every so couple months that I'll wear for 10 times as longer. And on top of that, I can repurpose fabrics I get from like Goodwill and other places to get it for even less. So realistically, I think it'd be much less than that. But I would literally have to try and see, and maybe I will. One day, I'll let y'all know if I do. So in conclusion, while it's cheaper for me to make my own clothes, this experiment doesn't include all the time spent on making them. But for me, since I like arts and crafts, spending a little extra time to make my own clothes is well worth it, especially when it's cheaper for me. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, find all the fabrics, do everything, and go ahead and do it. Make your own clothes. But if that doesn't sound like it's for you, try your best to keep up with the ever-increasing prices of clothing. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and put new video ideas you have in the comments.